The world has never seen a war as catastrophic as World War I. In just 4 years, more than 20 million people lost their lives, and another 21 million were wounded. The war was fought across multiple continents and involved the most advanced weaponry of its time. But why was World War I so bloody and full of losses? To understand why World War I was so devastating, we must first look at the political landscape of Europe in the early 20th century. At the time, Europe was divided into two main power blocs, the Allies and the Central Powers. The Allies, made up of France, Russia, and Great Britain, were pitted against the Central Powers, which consisted of Germany, Austria-Hungary, and the Ottoman Empire. The main cause of World War I was the assassination of Archduke Franz Ferdinand of Austria-Hungary by a Serbian nationalist in 1914. This event led to a chain reaction of alliances being activated, causing the major European powers to declare war on each other. The initial phase of the war, known as the War of Movement, saw both sides trying to gain the upper hand by pushing into enemy territory. However, as the war dragged on, both sides began to dig in and construct elaborate trench systems. Trench warfare was a brutal and grueling form of combat. Soldiers on both sides were subjected to constant shelling, sniper fire, and deadly gas attacks. Disease and unsanitary conditions in the trenches also took a toll on the troops. The use of new weapons such as machine guns, tanks, and airplanes further increased the lethality of the conflict. As the war dragged on, both sides suffered heavy losses. The Battle of the Somme, fought in 1916, saw over 1 million casualties, making it one of the bloodiest battles in history. The war ended in 1918, after the Allies emerged victorious, but at a tremendous cost. The reasons for the heavy losses in World War I were many and complex. Ultimately, it was the combination of new technology, trench warfare, and a political climate that made it difficult to negotiate a peaceful resolution. As we reflect on this tragedy, we must ask ourselves, how can we prevent such devastation from happening again in the future?